Just look at that wonderful light. But by the time I'd set up the camera, it had disappeared, and I had to think of another composition or another treatment to the scene. Well, today I'm back in the lakes and taking this shot. So what I'm going to do is, where's my finger? I take a tight shot sort of around there, back, and then where's it gone? Along there, of these stones going into the lake. And what I'm waiting for is it's happening now. See that light's going there? That light's going on that fell there. Right, well here we go. That's live view on. Oh, I'll set it at the 20th f11 ISO 100. That's got a polarizer on it just to darken down the sky a bit. And now I'm going to shoot one at a 6th, and that's for the lake sheen and also to bring out some of the details in the rocks in the foreground. So 2 separate exposures. I'll just have to wait until the light's right. The problem is this part of the scene with the rocks in the water is in the shadow of the mountain that's over there, and there's also a bit of cloud that's hovering over the top, so it'll never get any sunlight on this bit, so I'll have to combine the exposures. And I'm just waiting for some pleasing light on that side mountain, the back mountain, which is now gone. So I'll have to hang around for a little while longer and see what happens. And then what I should do is quickly take exposure for the sky at a 20th of a second, and exposure for the rocks that's at a 1/6 of a second, and then put them into Photoshop, layer them up, paint out what you don't want, or paint in what you want, and that should make a pleasing shot. Now's the hard bit, it's just hanging around for how long it takes. Well, it's not going well. You keep on getting a little bit of glimmer of light on the edge there, and then it disappears. So I'll give it another half an hour, and then I'll probably go. But I've also taken some pictures which is more sort of a moody sort of shot, with sort of like dramatic sort of clouds and stuff and very little light. Maybe I can make something out of that, I don't know. Well, you'll see what happens. So I'll wait a little bit longer and see if that sun will come out. Well, it's kicking off now. I've changed the position and the composition. So as you see, I'm doing just the mountain and its little shoulder. Right, I'm shooting at about 35mm at 60th of a second. I've taken the polarizer off because it wasn't affecting it much. It's too much atmospherics, and 100 ISO, and I'm taking 2 exposures, one at 60th and one at the stop overexposed, just so I retain some more detail in these rocks in the foreground. And I've got these rocks sort of sweeping in across the front of the mountain, sort of sort of reflecting the shape of the actual hill itself. So it's like the curve down and you've got a curve in. So because the light's going from that side, you'll be reading it left to right, and that's quite nice, a little patch on it, so I'll take that. So I'm doing one at 60th, and then one at 30th, but because they sort of brightened up a bit now, I'll probably just get away with one exposure on that, and I'll just mess about with luminosity masks, or I'll see what LUMINAR 3 turns up with their AI system. But it's always important to change your ideas. And there's someone watching me now, so I feel a bit self-conscious. I'll turn it off. Thanks for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Well, what I'm trying to do here is get the whole of that tree in against the sky with that limb coming over, just mirroring the shape of the fell with a bit of nice light on it. So you saw me scrambling out there. It's very uncomfortable, so I'll just wait until the light comes back and I'll take another exposure. I think I've got it. I'm trying to get the pebbly beach in as well, so it'll be like grey pebbles, tree, then the lake, and then the hills in the background, and then the sky. So there's a few bits of things sticking up I'll have to clone out to get a nice smooth and simple shot, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So I'll just wait around here on my knees and see what happens. My back hurts. Well, there was no time for filming then, so I shot the trees over there, raced back to this position here to photograph the this hill there, because the sun must be coming through that gap in the there's a gap in the hills there, and it was just sidelighting this. So I've taken one with the polarizer on and one without, and two exposures, one for the sky and the sunny parts of the scene, and then open up another stop just to give me the option of putting some more detail back into these rocks in the foreground and a bit more dynamic range if needs be. But it should be okay, because there's quite a lot of bounce light around us. As you can see, there's a bit of haze and stuff, so that's sort of filling in the shadows nicely. And there's fluffy white clouds over there which are bouncing the light back. That's the shot. I wasn't going to get anything decent today, but that might be it. Well, I think that's your lot for this location. It's clouded in now, but there's a few golden patches of light. Well, this time of year the daylight hours are so short, I don't think we'll be getting anything more in the valleys. I should be up the top somewhere. Oh, geez. I'm lacking in food, I can't think straight, so I'll forget about this. I'll go get some to eat now.